Bar Rescue on Paramount Plus are very familiar with Jon Taffer. For 10 seasons, he saved many failing bars from almost certain closure, and now he's launched an AI-powered tool that gives entrepreneurs and business owners 24/7 access to personalized business guidance. And Jon Taffer, best-selling author and chairman and CEO of Taffer Dynamics, joins me now. Jon, we are so excited to have you on.
Oh, great to be with you. Good morning.
Good morning. So you launched this AI-powered digital twin through Talk to Me. How does the tool allow entrepreneurs to get ahead?
Well, I receive about 200 emails a month of businesses asking for help, and I can't help them all, of course. So working with Talk to Me, we researched every word I've ever said, all my books, my seminars, my papers, all of my TV, my business philosophies, and we created a completely free digital twin. So any small business owner, not just bars, can go to my digital twin for free and interact with it, ask it questions about marketing, promotions, budgeting, expense management, human resource issues, and it's a complete partner, if you will, for small business in America. And I'm so excited about it because it's free. So now I can support small business, which I'm an advocate for, of course, and really provide them with tools to be successful. And it provides solutions. And by the way, it's sort of like me. It's pretty direct.
Direct, but always kind. So what lessons can entrepreneurs take away by watching episodes of Bar Rescue?
Well, often I say fixing the business is a lot easier than fixing the owner. Failing businesses always have a failing owner. And I have to somehow align the owner's psyche, if you will, when I fix the business. In many cases in Bar Rescue, if I built them the Taj Mahal, they would fail if I don't change their behavior.
How do you go about changing their behavior?
It's a challenge. People, particularly with bars and restaurants, they're very emotional. They're very personal. That wall is my wall. I chose that color green. So to them, it's an emotional thing, that color. To me, if it doesn't create money, it serves no purpose. Linear footage of walls and lights, none of it matters if it doesn't make us money. So they hold on, and I have to crack through, and I do it in a primal way. I appeal to their pride. I appeal to their fear. I appeal to their spouse, to their family, to their responsibilities, and I try to wake them up, and I find if I can just crack their brain open just a little bit, I can walk right in and start to change the way they think, and then build them a better business model.
And Jon, you've also made your mark launching your own restaurant franchise and creating standout spirits. And your latest creation, I understand, is Taffer's Brown Butter Bourbon. Say that 3 times fast. Sounds interesting, even at 9 o'clock in the morning. Tell us about it.
Well, I was walking through my Taffer's Tavern in Alpharetta, Georgia. My chef was making brown butter. So I said, let me have that. Because at Bar Rescue, I always have to come up with new recipe ideas all the time. So I poured it in a sous vide cooking bag, filled it with whiskey, boiled it for 4 hours, put it in a walk-in refrigerator, scooped the butter off the top, poured it through a coffee filter, believe it or not, and brown butter bourbon was born. We put it in a restaurant, and we sell over 1,000 cocktails a month of brown butter bourbon. So we had to bottle it. So we did, and here it is, and it's now available in Nevada, Massachusetts, and Georgia, soon in Florida, and in 32 states online. And we're very, very proud of it. It's delicious.
And Jon, the U.S. men's soccer team fell short of the World Cup, but America's bars have seen plenty of success during the tournament, especially in New England. We hear that Scottish fans cleared Boston out of beer. What does that say about hospitalities at America's drinking establishments?
Well, every foreigner that came for the World Cup raved about American hospitality and American kindness. And it surprised them because they didn't expect it. But the second public building ever built in America was a bar. The first was a church. And interestingly enough, the founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, wrote the Declaration of Independence in a city tavern in Philadelphia. How about this one? The Sons of Liberty, with Paul Revere and Sam Adams in 1773, planned the Tea Party at the Green Dragon Tavern in Boston. And here's the best one of all. The Wright Tavern in Concord, Massachusetts, in 1775, the militia formed there, organized there, and started the revolution. So taverns and bars have been in the center of it. So when Europeans came to America, they came to our bars and they loved them.
And Jon, how are you seeing the hospitality industry respond to changing consumer habits and moderation?
It's not only changing consumer habits. GLP-1 medications are playing a part in this. Appetites are smaller, so we have to address that. A lot of food is being thrown out because people can't finish portions. Of course, inflationary impact upon consumers has had a significant impact upon us. But we've never gotten our footing ever since the pandemic. The pandemic robbed us of our revenues. We came out of the pandemic, and anybody that's increased revenues, almost in every case, expenses increased at a higher percentage than our revenues did. So, we fought revenues during the pandemic and coming out of it. Now we're fighting expenses, and our consumers are fighting expenses too. So the value proposition in hospitality sort of means more than it ever has before right now. So we have to engineer our plates and present the value, perceived value and absolute value to drive success. And the consumer is much more sensitive to that today.
And if we turn the clock back for a moment as we celebrate America's 250th birthday, what stands out as to how the hospitality industry has survived these 2.5 centuries?
It's interesting how alcohol consumption patterns have gone up and down over the years. Our founding fathers drank a lot. And during the Revolutionary War period, alcohol consumption was huge. So the pendulum swings back and forth, but one thing has been constant, and that's the connectivity of hospitality. You see, hospitality isn't about food or beverages. It's about connectivity. It's about reactions. The restaurant that creates the best reactions wins. The bar that creates the greatest connectivity wins. And that's the human element of hospitality that drives its success. So the way we overcome value challenges today, in very many cases, is environmentally. The music we play, the video that we play, the staff interaction that we train, the way we present things, the visualization of everything around them, all of these things equate to value perception today. But it all comes back to that connectivity, which is no different than it was in 1773.
All right, and Jon, we only have a few seconds left, but how can people find your AI tool?
All you need to do is go to jontaffer.com, and you'll see the button, talk to me. Hit the button, hit your microphone button, and talk away. I am there to help you and committed to doing so.
All right, thank you, Jon Taffer, host of Bar Rescue, for joining us on NYSE Live.
Good to see you.